Hello everybody, welcome back to City Skylines with me, Biffa. This is episode 100 of Traffic Fix. Yes, we've come a long way and we are going to take this amazing, huge city, 350,000 inhabitants, and we are going to fix this traffic right up. But before we do that, let's have a word from our sponsors, Displate, who sponsored the next segment of this video. So what's a Displate, I hear you ask? Well, Displate is a one-of-a-kind metal poster designed to capture your unique passions. It's sturdy, magnet-mounted, and durable enough to withstand a lifetime of intense staring. You can customize, collect, and rearrange them at will. It only takes about 20 seconds to set them up with no power tools, no damage, and no frustrations. Personally, being an avid non-DIY person, that sounds right up my street. With over 1.4 million artworks available with customizable frame options, sizes and designs, I guarantee you will find something that tickles your fancy. So click the link in the description now to find a display you'll love forever. I just did a quick search for cities and I absolutely love the collections and prints available. Ooh, look at this one. That city skyline looks absolutely beautiful. So whether it's gaming, landscapes, maps, comics or more, Displate will have something for you. Right, let's get back to fixing up this humongous circle city. The owner of this city, whose name I can't pronounce, so I'm going to put it in the description below, along with a link to this map if you want to have a go yourself. They claim they've got 75 to 80% traffic. Well, we'll soon see about that. 10,000 tourists a week, pretty much everything built, and a net income of $1 million US a week. Lots of mods, lots of assets, yep. And this map caught my attention because it's very round. Lots of roundabouts, lots of circles, lots and lots of things that are going to need to be fixed. Now, in all fairness to the person who made this map, they played in straight up vanilla mode. So for those of you new to my channel, when you play vanilla City Skyline, so that's vanilla without any mods, so that would include console players as well, the traffic can get bad, but the game will always remove some of the traffic if it gets too bad. It would despawn cars that it just thinks are clogging things up, and it will overall keep your city going. I use a mod called Traffic Manager, and in that mod there is an option to turn off traffic despawning. So I try and make the traffic as bad as possible. So yes, they claim 75 to 80% traffic flow, and I'm sure they got that in vanilla. I want to make it extra hard for me, and this is probably going to be a two-part series. In the first part, we're going to fix up as much of the traffic as we can and prepare for the second part, maybe even 3 parts. But later on, I would like to grow this city to the largest size I can. Does that sound exciting to you? I'm certainly excited about doing it. This is a fantastic looking city we've got laid out before us here. If you want to see that, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out. And if you enjoy the video, a like is greatly appreciated. Getting very close to 500,000 subscribers. So if you can help me out with that, fantastic. Right, let us get stuck in. So what I am going to do is run the game for a short period of time, and I'm going to turn despawning off. So I've got a preview version, so my version is slightly different from yours, but you have a look there. It says currently enabled easy mode, less traffic jams. That's vanilla mode. I'm going to click that button. No despawning, harder mode, bigger traffic jams. And what I am expecting is there is a ton of roads that aren't being used around here, so we may not get down to sort of the 2%, 3% that we've seen in other places, but some of these places are pretty jam-packed. So I'm thinking we're going to see traffic jams maybe in some of the industry areas, in some of these more highly populated areas, not that one there, places like this. But we shall see. So I'm going to go off and do something else for 10 or 15 minutes. I'll come back to you and we'll see how things are going. Okay, here we go. It's not been that long and we're at 51% traffic. Let's just have a little zoom in here and yeah, look at this. You can see cars backing up coming into the main center circle here. There we go. Yeah, and this area here, which is sort of set up. Now, let's be honest. A lot of the things built in this city are to look nice rather than to serve necessarily a very useful purpose. This is not how I would do a roundabout, but we can certainly help things like that. Let's just go over here. And yeah, it's going to stutter every now and again, this save, just because there's so much going on. Yeah, this one's sort of slowing down a little bit here, but overall this area isn't too bad. Oh, this one over here. So we've got lots of mining. We've got lots of stuff going on here. This is all, yeah, getting pretty rough, Whoop, zoom out. Aha, this one here. Now, this one here is coming in from the outside of the city. We've got sort of 2 roads, 3 roads coming in. And as we get down here and it hits this one sort of roundabout type thing, we've got these little whizzy turny round roads, and we've got all of this. Now that is a bit of a disaster. And as always with something that looks like a bit of a disaster, I've got to take a screenshot. There we go. Yeah, 50%. It's dropping. So that area there where the traffic comes in, maybe we could help that. And again over here on another industry area, yeah, I'm thinking lane maths are going to be... Oh, it's drawing it all in. Lane maths and stuff is definitely going to come in. Oh, my goodness. What about this area? This one isn't too bad. A little bit in the middle here, perhaps. Okay, well, we're at 50%. So let me just do a quick save, and then we're going to take each of these areas one by one and see what we can do to help improve them. Maybe we'll do the center one first. So let's just take a look at what we've got here. We've got cars coming in each direction, well, 4 directions, but mainly this one and this one. Let's maybe follow this one in and see where they're getting stuck. So they're coming down here, which is working fine. And then when they get down to this section, we could probably do with a little bit of lane mathematics. Got a really sharp road coming off there, but yeah. So let's start diving into our traffic manager option. So first of all, we are going to say control left click dedicated turning lane for coming off there. And we're also going to do the same here. So we've only got 1 lane coming off as opposed to 2. And then what they're doing is they're coming off here to come into this one. This one here goes around the outside. Okay, so most of them are going to be coming off here. There is 2 lanes here by the look of it. I'm just going to quick control left click. There we go. So what? This one was for coming around here, but they were using it for going straight on. So now they've got a dedicated straight on lane. We've got this one that sweeps around. I'm going to do a control left click. I'm just thinking here, actually. Let's downgrade this because a bit of lane mathematics here is going to go a long way. I'm not going to bother downgrading this big one. But this one here, 2 lanes come down. Let us downgrade that to 1 lane because then we've got another lane coming in here. And we want to give them a lane each. So we're going to say Hugo there. So they're not going to get in each other's way. And then these 2 lanes. Oh, there we go. A bit of lane... Bit of Hugo there in this one. And again, we've got 4 lanes plus 2 lanes going into 4 lanes. So this one under here, if it was busier, I might downgrade it. But let's be honest, it's not that busy. So we'll leave that one going. And already, look, you can see this bit here is moving. I'm going to ignore the fact they have to drive through a wooden thing to get there. Actually, I might be able to fix that. Can I just upgrade that one piece to not have the side thing? I just tried to do it and it didn't make any difference. Whatever, I'll just leave it like it is. But already, look, this little bit here is clearing up. That's fine. And then they come down to this, which is not really conducive to being a roundabout, but I don't really want to replace all the roads. So what I'm going to try and do is see if we can get the game to recognize that there is a roundabout. Yeah, see, look, we've got this circle around the outside. Unfortunately, it's going to end up diving into all sorts of other roads. Whoa! Okay, so we're going to have to do this by hand. So let's just pause a sec. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do give way if you're coming on. There we go, around here. So it's like every other one, isn't it? Yeah. There we go. I'm still going to check everyone just in case. Yeah, that one's coming in. That one's going out, that one's coming in, that one's going out, that one's coming in, that one's going out, that one's coming in. Good. So give way coming on to this circle, which is only got 1 lane. Let's go straight on, that goes out, and that goes straight on. Yeah, so here I'd imagine you've got people coming in and you've got these turning round, which is a lot of lane stuff going on. And then what I'm going to do is control left click in here. So we're going to get a dedicated turning lane and dedicated lanes going on. I'm going to do that all the way round. I wish that had 2 lanes, but to be honest, that isn't that busy. So I'm not even sure I'm going to bother upgrading that one. So control left click, dedicated turning lanes all the way around this outer loop. There we go, there we go, there we go. And this is the first one again. Yep. That's good. And then what I'm going to do is count these swooping ones here as like an inner roundabout. So anybody coming in like that has to give way. So you have to give way, you have to give way, you have to give way. And it just means anybody on the roundabout just keeps going. So you have to give way all the way round. Man, this is a weird looking roundabout. And then I'm also going to do dedicated turning lanes on there. So let's just pick this one here. We've got this middle one here that's doing too many things. There we go. So that's going to stop that happening. And we're going to do that all the way round. I think we're back to the beginning. Yeah. And I'm hoping what that's going to do is just make this run a little bit smoother. Yeah, I've just noticed like here, this road gets super busy. It really needs more than one lane. So we're going to take the 2-lane highway and do that. And then we're going to do control left click dedicated lanes. You've got one for straight on, one for going around the corner. And this one here could see we've got the lane mathematics is making me twitch. But I'll leave that for now and just see how that goes. This one here also. Let's do that one, and we'll do dedicated turning lanes. Yeah, we could do them all, but it's okay. So hopefully this will start going down. That is the idea, but I think what we'll do is we'll just keep an eye on this for a moment or two as best we can. And look, even if I put the game on 3 speed, which I've just done, there's so much going on in this city, it doesn't speed up. So this might just take me a moment or two. Well, getting back to this double sort of weird shaped roundabout, this has certainly cleared up a bit. I think it's going to take a while for all of this to go down just because the game is running so slowly. So let's get on and fix another area and then we'll come back to this one. Okay, it's got down to 45%, a lot worse than I thought it was going to get. Let us take a look at this area here. So this is where all the traffic comes in, and then we hit all of this malarkey going on down here. Yeah, this is really bad. This is really bad for lane mathematics. Okay, so what have we got here? This little turnaround road, at the very least, can just be 1 lane. That doesn't need to be 2 lane. This one here, I'm just going to whiz through and do some very quick lane mathematics. So that can be 2 lanes. That can be 2 lanes. Let's just do a control left click on there so we get dedicated turning lanes. This is... actually, no, that doesn't need to be 2 lanes, does it? It needs to be 1 lane coming up here. Begging your pardon. And these 2 go into this one, which needs to be 2 lanes. That's what I was thinking. There we go. I'm also going to force them... So you go there, take a lane each. That's fine. They're going to split anyway. But then we've got like 2 plus 3 plus 2 going into all of this, which then causes all sorts of issues. I'm also going to do dedicated turning lanes. Control left click there. For some reason, not letting me do it, which means this is set up. So let's delete that. And then control left click. There we go. 1 lane for turning off, into 1 lane, round 1 lane. And I want these to only go into there. In fact, I'll do a... Let's pick that node again. Control S, you go there. Oh, we've actually got the right amount of lanes. Oh, that's good. So there we go. So that'll just stop them all bunching up there and keep this moving. Look, already just changing that has made all the difference. Okay, good. Let's have a look down here. That's good, that's good, that's good. This bit here. So I'm going to take out that and do a control left click. So we've got 1 lane for coming off, these for going on, and this for going around this way. And then this goes to 2 lanes, which we don't need. So again, some lane mathematics. That can go down to 1 lane. So then when these merge, you've got 2 plus 1 into 3. That makes much more sense. So now we can do a Hugo there. They all get a lane each. Yep. And then when it gets down there, 3 plus these 2. But then you've got all of these as well. So, I mean, I don't know what to do about that. Let's come back to this roundabout. If I hold Control Shift, there we go. That's what it should do. Remember in this middle section when we did it, it couldn't work out what the roundabout was. Oh, look, is all the traffic gone? Oh, look, all the traffic coming in has died down. Look at that. But yeah, you hold Control Shift and it couldn't work out where the roundabout was because of all the weird road setup. But this one here, let's go back. Here it is. Control Shift. There's 2 roundabouts here. Well, let's do it on this one here. Oh, hang on. No, it's going all the way up this road. Let's concentrate on this middle one. Control, Shift, left click. Okay. And I'm also going to take off any of these. So we don't need that. I think that was put in by the Control Shift. You go there. Roundabout, setup. Yeah, there we go. So what you've got now is give way for anybody coming in. You've now got dedicated turning lanes off. And going straight through for all the people that need to go straight through. I'm going to do the one underneath as well. Oh, it's got it this time. There we go. Control Shift click. So now it's give way for people coming in. They've got all these roads under here. And what the heck is going on underneath? It's really hard to see. So they're all coming up here and getting caught up there. All right, let's have a look here. Yeah, let's delete that. And let's do a proper... You go there. So Control... I can't remember what the key is. Control S. So these two are going to merge with this one here. So there's not enough lanes here. So what have we got? 3, 4, 5. Do we need... Right, okay, let's change this. This can be 1 lane. This has to be 2 lanes because we've got 2 lanes merging in. That does not have to be 3 lanes. That can be 2 lanes. So now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and we've got a 4-lane road. So that makes much more sense. So now if we do Control S, you go there. They've all got a lane each. And if we speed it up to speed 3, and it'll make absolutely no difference to the speed of the cars. But you can see that they'll all come up. And the next node is all the way down here. These nodes are quite spread out, aren't they? Why is there not another node in the middle there? Do I have node controller? Let's just move that out of the way. Oh, I thought I did. I was going to add another node in. I could probably cheatify another node in by going like that. Is that going to destroy anything? And then if I just delete that. Yeah, we've now got another node in here for lane switching. So that's going to help this little underground roundabout here. These are giving way. What is going on? Let's just do a Control left click. You go there on this junction. So we've got dedicated turning lanes. And what is going on? They're just all like looking at each other. I think once this frees up, which is going to be round here, that's going to go a lot better. Because at the minute, this underneath roundabout is the one that's holding it all up. Yeah. And I'm just thinking we probably... Oh, it's gone. Let's do Control Shift S again. There we go. We've got it back again. Yeah, so we want to keep that going. So let's just leave. So that's going okay. Yeah, so you don't need all of these lines. If you're going to do Control left click. Oh, this is a 2-way road. But yeah, you get dedicated turning lanes and hopefully it doesn't mash up so much. Now this down here, this is going to be a time traffic light. Most definitely Control left click, quick time traffic lights. Although I'm saying that, but people coming off the roundabout here. Yeah, do you know what? I don't actually think that's a good idea. Let's stop and remove the time traffic light. I need to just look at this for a moment and see what's going on. Yeah, okay. So on the roundabout, anybody coming up, this junction here is so close to this junction here. They've got no room. If we just pause the game, look, there's a node right there. So if we shift that back a bit, you can see there's another road in here. And there's just no room for what they're trying to do. So I'm going to try and sort of keep what you've got going on here. But just, I mean, this is all getting a bit hawky-balky here. Just give that a bit of extra space. So now when we look at this, so that it's give way when they come out. We've got dedicated turning lanes. And I'm thinking this one here, we need to say give way to you, and let this one go through. Although this one down here is pretty chock-a-block and so is that one. But that might just help it out a bit. As we've said, it's going to be difficult to see. We might just need to leave that one running for a bit and see how it goes. But look, you can see the little bits that we've made the changes on the top are much, much better. It's just this underground roundabout bit. So yeah, let me leave that running for a bit and see whether that makes a difference. And we've also got this section down here. Yeah, we'll come back to that like we did for the middle section and see how that helps. Let's see what's going on here. So we've got a lot of cars coming down here. And they're all trying to take this one lane. Look at that. So we're going to say, you go there, dedicated turning lanes. Now you've got a choice. We're going to do that here as well. And we're going to do it there as well. So now they're starting to use different lanes. Look, some of these want to go a different way. I'm going to stop them lane switching there. And I'm going to stop them lane switching there. You go there. And maybe even back here. So they can pick their lane all the way back here. Come down, decide where they want to go. And then this bit here. I don't really want them blocking the junction. Well, they shouldn't be. But they are. And then when they come all the way down to the end. I don't know why we've got these dead bus stops. I think there's some roads missing somewhere. I have to go through and check that. And I think here they're doing the same thing. Let's just check out that lane. If we do it like this. Yeah, there's 3 lanes for going this way. It looks like you've got dedicated turning lanes there. But let's make this... This looks like a roundabout. So let's... Yeah, there we go. Look, Control-Shift-Click. So this is going to act more as a roundabout. Hopefully moving things along. And then when we get down here, yeah, it's backing up because of this underground one here. So that might just... Oh, man, the game goes so slow with this many people. Let's do Control-Shift. You go there for that one. So I think, again, we just need to let this move. And I want to see what the lanes are doing. Yeah. Let this move. Let this keep going. And hopefully that will go down. What are we at? 45%. We've had a teeny tiny increase. This junction here, I bet that hasn't got dedicated turning lanes. I can guarantee it. It has now. So's that one. So's that one. I'm just doing it everywhere I can see. Okay, let's find another spot where we can fix some traffic up. Okay, so here we are at the industrial complexes that you've got over here. You've got your forestry, you've got your whatever this is. You've got them all plonked down in one area, farming the works. And they're all having to deal with whatever you've got set up here to get in and out. It's looking pretty rubbish, traffic-wise, that is. So let's just have a quick look at this. Oh my goodness, what the heck is this junction here? Definitely going to need some lane mathematics here. I can see that for sure. 2 plus, see, look, we've got 2 plus 2 coming into 1. Right, okay, let's just change this up a bit. Oi, come back. I want my roads. Turn off the traffic flow. Thank you. So whenever you've got a lane coming off, it barely needs to be more than 1. So you have 1 there, 1 there. So now these 2 can merge into the 2, and the 2 can merge into here. That's going to work a lot better. So I'm going to change all of these little lanes that are coming off. So that needs to be 1. That can be 1. This can be 1. Don't be fooled by the fact there's a lot of traffic. I'm going to keep this as a big one going through because I want that to be the main lane going through. But we're certainly going to do a bit of lane math. So we've got on here, I don't know how many lanes we've got on here. What the heck is that? Let's use the picker mod. So that is a 5 lane. It's got 1 going off. So this should be 4 over here, which I'm pretty much guaranteeing it isn't. It's a 5 lane again. So let's downgrade this to 4. And then we get 1 coming on, so back to 5. Then we get 1 going off, back down to 4. 1 coming on, back up to 5. I'm assuming that's 5 again. Yes, it is. So now we can do something like this. So where these come on, you go there, they get a lane each. No more bashing into each other. This one goes off. I'm going to do control left click dedicated turning lanes. This one here where they come on, you go there, control S, they all get a lane each. No more getting in each other's way. And this one here, I think it's already got dedicated turning lanes, but we'll do it anyway. And then I'm going to stop the lane switching right before another Hugo there. The next node's up here. Some cars are disappearing. I've still got despawning turned off. I think the game is just struggling with the changes I'm making, so don't be fooled by that. Yeah, we've got a node there, and the other node's all the way down here. I'm just going to move this node away from there, up here somewhere. Then there's that node there, and actually this node, I can move it back as well. There we go. And then what I'll do is I'll actually take off that. There we go. Delete. So they're all thinking, what the heck do I do now? We've confused everybody. And I'm going to do the same going the other way, although that's not too bad. That will also help. So 5 lanes, 1 going off. And by automatically doing lane maths, look at this little lane arrow. It's going to go from getting confused to having an automatic dedicated turning lane. Look. So 1 off, down to 4. then 1 back on, back to 5, then 1 off, down to 4, 1 on, back to 5. And then whenever there's a lane coming on, we're going to say, you go there, they've got a lane each. And that's a lane going off, that's a lane coming on, that's a lane going off. So that should all move a bit quicker. Wherever they're going all the way through here. They're going all the way up here, and then they're coming down here to this. Look. What? They're all stuck behind whatever's happening here. These guys are like, what the heck are you doing? You are holding up everything. I'm sorry, if you're going to be idiots and like drive through the floor, you'd what? What? Why are you driving through the floor? Don't drive through the floor. This one here, you're gone. Boneheads. Floor driving is not acceptable. Okay, dedicated turning lane there, which we haven't got. And then the rest of this is back where we were before, isn't it? Whoop. Yeah, this is the one we've done. So we're going to ignore that for a moment. Although they don't seem to be merging nicely here. Is this the one we did before? I think it is, isn't it? Yeah. I've missed a little bit here. We've got 1 plus 2 into 3, and 3 plus however many lanes that is into however many lanes that is. Is that another 5? Yeah. So if we downgrade this to a 3, because it doesn't need to be that much. I'm taking away all your asymmetricness, but it means then we can do a Hugo there. Look at that. It's already done. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's a 3 as well. This doesn't need to be more than 1. Look. This doesn't need to be more than 1. Around there. Okay. Let's just change that. So then we've got 1 plus 1 into a... This will be a 2. Both bits there. There we go. So Hugo there. Hugo there. Control S. Why are you not Hugo there-ing? I'll do it myself. That one. Oh, wrong road. Sorry, everybody. Gonna confuse you. There we go. Yep, so we'll be able to do it now. So Hugo there. Lane each. That's 2 plus... That's the underneath road. 2 plus 3 into 5. But then you've got this coming round here, which is a one-way road. That only needs to be 1 as well. Oh, my goodness. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This can go down to 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now they've all got a lane each. There we go. And that will just keep moving. Much better than it was before. Yes. Nobody's stopping, are they? No. Good. Okay. And this hopefully will go down. Anybody else doing stupid floor drop? What are they doing? Why are they going under the floor? Have I got the mod in where I can zoom underneath it? No, I haven't. What is that all about? I'll tell you what I'm going to have to do. I'm going to have to delete that road. They're like going through the road. Things are so bad. They're driving through the road to get underneath. I have never seen that before in my life. Okay, let's grab this. Let's just see if we can join this up and solve their problem. Delete. Delete. Anybody going through the floor, delete. This might just be a problem because we've got so many cars. That is nuts. And this one here, delete. Alright, I'll keep an eye out for that, but hopefully that won't do it anymore. Yeah, that should just keep going. And that means all of this will go down. All of this here, which led us up to this bit here. Look. So the rest of the roundabout, you can see, the going the other way is now nice and clear, which is good. This bit here needs a bit of lane mathematics. Let's grab a 4-lane highway, upgrade those two, do a bit of Hugo there. They've all got a nice lane each. No lane switching in the middle. Trees on the roundabout. Well, that's your fault. They were there before you even started. I ain't fixing all of that. Yeah. So you're going the other way. You can see the difference it's made. Coming in. Yeah, still a bit of a problem. Are you trying to lane switch there? Yeah, no lane switching there. Get up here somewhere. So that's that one. I now need to do the same as what I did on there to this one, and this one. So let me just do that, and I'll be back with you. Okay, so that's all of them sorted for lane mathematics, dedicated turning lanes, and all that lovely stuff. That one, and these two as well. And then we need to just have a look what the traffic is doing. So we can see where it's coming off. We've already followed this one down. We know why this is slow. Once this goes down, it means that these guys and girls coming off of here will have less issues. What I'm going to do here is I'm just going to pause the game. I'm just going to say on this node, you can only go up one at a time, just to help out. And then the next node here, I'm going to say you can only go down one at a time. It's just going to spread out the lane switching a bit just until the traffic dies down. So we'll help that out. This is coming up okay. I've got dedicated turning lanes there. This is merging. Okay, so what I'm going to do is you go there, so you get one each. And you go there. Not quite enough lanes on this one, so let me just upgrade. What is this? It's going to be 4. Yeah, let's upgrade that to 5 for a couple of nodes in the middle of those 2 roads. You go there onto it. You go there. Come on. That one. I want that one. Yep, and then they can merge where it goes from 4 to 5. Coming in, yeah, this will all just get sorted out once the through road's done, which is going to help all of these guys. So the majority are just going straight through. So, I mean, some bypasses might even help that. These guys coming on here, look, more than one lane doing one thing. Let's not do that. That's the wrong button. Let's do dedicated turning lane, control, click left, which is going to help all of this. And what I'm going to do as well is say, no lane switching. Look, right by there, you go through, or there, pick your lane back here. And that will help all of this. Oh my goodness me. Yeah, we'll get back to that in a minute. And then these coming down here, I think I've already got dedicated turning lanes. These are merging. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That needs to be 5. Let's do a couple of lengths of 5. And again, you go through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Why are you... Oh, I've only upgraded it to 4, have I? Oh, yeah, 4. I want the... No, it's 5. 4 lane. Oh, I can't count. Where's my 5 lane? There it is. 5 lane. Oh, darn it. Didn't mean to do that. Whoops. Let's turn that back to 2 again. Yeah, there we go. So you want you go there, so they take a lane each. You go there, they all get a lane each. And in the middle of those 2 nodes, you go there. Then they can merge down where it goes from 5 to 4. Let's do dedicated turning lanes there. Dedicated turning lanes there. Dedicated turning lanes there. Because what's happening is they're all queuing in this one. And some want to go left and some just want to go straight on. So now look, there we go. This guy's coming down here and not getting in the way. This, I think, is probably dedicated turning lanes already. So what I'm going to do, this is where the main traffic is coming in. So I'm going to say you have to give way. You can just keep going. And then when they get into these sections like this, you need dedicated turning lanes everywhere. Oh my goodness, this is like a nightmare. Oh, mama, this is like just stuff everywhere. Oh, good gravy, good gravy, good gravy. So, I'm going to do control left click dedicated turning lanes on all these junctions super quick. I'm going to do downgrading. Again, don't be fooled. Just because there's loads of cars coming up here, you don't need extra lanes. If you get it moving smoothly, you can make do with 1 lane. And because I've changed that, I just need to change my dedicated turning lanes thing. Like that. And then up here, so we've got 1, 2. Yeah, we need to change this one. The one coming into there, that's fine. 1 plus... Yeah, we're going to have a lot of lanes. Got a lot of lanes coming on, not a lot of lanes going off. So I'm going to leave the lanes as they are, but I'm going to do this. So the ones coming on always get a lane to themselves. The rest just sort of have to merge in, and good luck to you. And then that's all coming down here. And I bet that hasn't got dedicated turning lanes. It has now. I'm going to say no merging there or there. Stop driving across. Look at this guy driving across the grass. And then we get into this section here where everybody's, yeah, they're all blocked up because of what I said before. Yeah. So let's see how that goes in this area. What I've just done there, I'm going to now do in these other boxes as well. Okay, so let's give that section some time to sort itself out. Just spotted this little junction here that's having a few hawky-balky issues. Let's see if we can help these guys and girls out. So a lot of these are coming down here and turning around and going back. Some simple lane mathematics. It's going to speed up this junction. Look. Everybody's coming through here, whether they're going straight on or left. Let's give them, not that one, let's give them 2 lanes. There we go, which is much better. So now they can go straight on or left, have their own dedicated lanes. And I'm gonna do something different here. Let's have a look. Is that going into a roundabout? No. What I'm gonna do, as so many people are coming down here, I'm gonna say if you want to go round, you can do that one, and also this lane here if you want to go straight on, and then these two here you can spread out into those 3 lanes just to help things move along a bit quicker. I'm also going to move this node back that's here. Was there not a node right there? It looked like there was. Oh, is there an underground road? There's an underground road. Okay, ignore me. Yeah, so that'll move things a lot quicker there. And then here, see, these are stopping. They really don't need to stop. So we'll add 2 into there. And then we'll say here, you go through. So they've got a lane each. And just to help them keep going, we'll say, oh, let's already go straight through. Unfortunately, there's not much coming up here. Because, let's have a look. Yeah, see, these are stopping as well. So if we go like that. No, wrong one. This one here. There we go. You've all got a lane each, so you don't need to stop here, even though the road all looks winky-wonky. It looks like you can't drive through. Keep on going through. You keep on going through, and that will help this here. Just keep on moving, look, and stop being a traffic problem. Definitely. And there's another little issue down here. This thing over here, what's going on? I think this is just... Let's have a look. A dedicated turning lane issue. Yep, there we go. Control left click. Pick a lane, pick a lane. Control left click, pick a lane. I don't need to set this up as a roundabout like the last one. There's hardly any traffic through there at all. And hopefully that will just move much better. So let's take a quick look at the industry area. Look at that. Flowing much, much better. Still stuttering because there's so much traffic. But look, it's all moving. It's not backing up half as much as it was before, which is absolutely fantastic. Those areas are always going to be super busy. But yeah, it's moving, which is what we want. And again, over at this weird roundabout, double roundabout thing where the cars are coming in, it's very busy, but things are moving, which is all that we're going for. Want it moving, keep it going. And where we started, right on this central roundabout area, everything again is moving freely, which is absolutely fantastic. So let's see what our traffic percentage is at. There we go. We'll just show, look, we've still got... no despawning. We are at 81%, which is absolutely fantastic. I am pleased with that. Well, there is so much more that we can do with this city. I would like to take a look at all the mass transit, and then I would like to see how big we can grow this city. Look at all this space here, ripe for growth. Is that something you would like to see? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you very much for checking out this video. Leave a like if you enjoyed it, and I will see you all very soon. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.